Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, and this time we're reviewing on JLA, Act of God, Book 1. Now, as you know, this is an event comic in an Elseworld story where superheroes lose their powers, some which doesn't make complete sense, and some doesn't. This is done by Doug Mollett, the same guy who wrote Catwoman, Guardian of Gotham, and so on. Now, in the cover you have Superman pouting on the back with the Justice League heroes and all that. Now, it starts off how it mentions, in the 23rd of May, the dwelling of a new millennium and a new order. So, meanwhile, Superman in this Elseworld tale is fixing a dam. Flash is stopping a police officer, Kyle Rayner is stopping Sonar 2, and also Metamorpho is pretty much drawing away, Captain Marvel helping people, well, some JLA members and other villains. I think that could be Shimmer, and that's likely Mammoth also, I'm not sure. So, something happens in a big event, and everyone loses their powers. Now, can you think about it? Star Sapphire's ring is meant to be like Green Lantern's, so technically she would be perfectly fine, technology-based. And Killer Frost would have changed as well, and I don't think Starfire would have lost her powers due to her being alien and much different. And Billy Benson's powers are mystical, so wouldn't he just disappear with Captain Marvel? And so wouldn't, I don't know, Metamorpho as well? And in the and also we have a guy on the computer saying, "Oh no, not another crash." Yep, we all know that feeling. So it also affects Steel Suit, where he ends up falling into some bushes. Yeah, really got hurt there. Lights come off at a news agency. Kyle Rayner's ring stops working, where Sonar takes enjoyment over this. And Aquaman ends up drowning, and the rest of his race presumably dying as well. Because when you think about it, Aquaman is Atlantean, right? They're a part of a race. Wouldn't that just make no sense? So Flash ends up trying to stop a bullet, but ends up hitting the guy, and Flash is like, "No!" Superman notices the plane's coming down, tries to rescue it, but the dam bursts out, where Superman is trying to flee, but ends up getting hit by the dam. Sonar beats the living crap out of Green Lantern. The plane ends up going back online and responding. Aquaman manages to swim back to shore, and so on. Flash manages to stop him, and Superman ends up getting by, saying, "Rain! I'll never felt such pain. Not even after the Ben & Jerry's ice cream was used up." And so Sonar takes enjoyment of this, beating up Kyle Rayner, stealing the money, making a major calf withdrawal, and everyone ends up losing their powers. Now, Superman, I don't think, would have lost his powers because he's from another planet. So, wouldn't that just mean that, I don't know, wouldn't that not affect him also? So, Sonar leaves, and Kyle Rayner takes this personally. And in the end, everyone is blaming Superman, which they don't even help him out. Now, at the same time, three people talk about how this is happening. Steel is being in medical care with his niece and Amanda. So, pretty much, it wants to go back into action despite their pleas. Now, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle are talking about what's going on, and they go into action to try and solve this problem out. And in the end, you have Martian Manhunter in his Martian form, which doesn't make sense because he's part of an alien race. And all the members are there as well. Well, mystical characters like Dr. Fate, Spectre, and Cell are not there, despite Wonder Woman being mystical and all that. And plus, wouldn't that mean, like, I don't know, wouldn't that mean Alan Scott's ring would stop working due to it being I mean, wouldn't his thing still work, you know? So it turns out that only tech and martial artist heroes are the ones still going, and Batman's like, I've never had powers, as you know, and therefore I had nothing to lose. Now, have Hunt and the others? And pretty much, in the end, everyone is talking about this as a big event, and they treat this like one big deal. Now, if you think about it, other characters would still work around to find out what's going on. It would make perfect sense, but this isn't a comic full of morons. Meanwhile, Kylo Ren is taking this personally, and starts making crazy sculptures of Sonar to try and fill the void. And pretty much, Superman takes everything personally, and believes that it's all his fault. Well, Lex Luthor and Toyman are planning to build a robot in order to get good press. Other technology heroes like Cyborg Superman, Captain Cold, Metallo and that are planning to take over the city. So pretty much they are going to go out with it. And this Superman is taking this personally. He's going all emo. Now, if you think about it, in the comics, Superman would never do this. I mean, he would take it personally, but we know that he would never give up. And this he sees as a personal thing, like, I've lost my powers, I have to live with this. Kylo Ren is still making clay models of Sonar, and he's like, a shrink? Jen, is that what I need? You find one who restores willpower and let me know. And you think about it, wouldn't Kylo Ren, if his ring did deactivate, wouldn't that mean his costume as well? That's major plot holeness over there. So meanwhile, the other heroes are taking down villains like Deadshot, Cheshire, and also Lady Vic, and dealing with dangerous threats. And in the end, Oracle points out that the government don't want to get involved. They think this is for the best, that no mystical heroes around. Yeah, they're gonna pretty much wish that when something big happens. So Batman and others try to encourage them and such. And so pretty much everyone is taking this all personally. So Flash puts away his costume. Wonder Woman takes Superman's costume away. Wonder Woman, which I don't know what happened to the Amazons. They're not even in the book. And Kyle is still being emo about it. And in the end, everyone is still working on the suit. Despite his daughter's pleas, he still goes into action. Likely gonna get himself killed. So in the end, Supergirl decides to join the police force. I guess this probably meant that since she was part angel, she probably got taken away also. I'm not sure. So in the end, Toyman is in his giant robotic suit, causing trouble. Steel shows up into action, causes like the robot suit to fire at him, and ends up trying to bash it through, but doesn't work, and still ends up getting blasted, and ends up getting crushed to death. And in the end, this has Lex Luthor enjoying it, saying, perfect, soon they'll be begging me to step in and do something. They'll give me anything to agree, and whatever I want, I only put an end to the scene like this. And in the end, has a robotic suit in victory while Steel's dead. Now, the comic doesn't make sense. You think about it, most of these characters are mystical based, like Shazam, Wonder Woman. They would fade from existence or something. Plus, Superman and Martian Manhunter are also from alien worlds, so it's same as Starfire. Wouldn't that like saying stopping their hearts from beating that they still live? In general, a thumbs down. Doug Mollett has really messed things up with Act of God. So yeah, comic reviewer here, signing out.